Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Coupe and I'm back, and this is an episode of Dominion. Now, this is a game mode in League of Legends, so I'm still playing League of Legends, and I am also using Wukong. Now, there's a reason for this, because I told everybody that I wanted to record a game. This is a 5-man group where I know everybody in the group, and I told everybody that I wanted to win the game, or like to do really well, to do our best, because I'm going to record it and I want to put it up on my channel, because I have not put up a game mode of this on my channel. Yes, it is done in theater mode, but that's because I don't know. I haven't I've been having troubles actually recording. Anyways, let's get to the point of the game. Now, I'm going to explain little things about the game, just so you guys know. Now, first thing off, there is the map. Let's talk about the map. The map is in a circle. Now, there's 5 points in the circle. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. First thing I want to talk about is instead of starting at level 1 in other games, in this game you start at level 3. So you can unlock 3 things from your Q, your W, or your E. You can put them in any positions you want, but you could put them all in Q, or you could put them all in W, or all in E, but usually you want to have a variety, so you usually just unlock all 3. So that's the first thing. And also, instead of starting with 475 gold, which is what happens in a normal 5v5 game, you start off with, I think it's 1400 gold, around 13 or 1400 gold, which is a lot more, which allows you to buy a lot more items. You can start off with your more powerful items. It's basically to make it so it's a more aggressive game and it's not as passive. So that's that. Now, first thing off, yes, I screwed up at the beginning of the game. I wasn't even there, and they were like, where the hell are you, blah, blah, blah. Points have already been captured. So basically, the whole point of the game is, if you look at the minimap, it's in a circle. Now, if you see in the circle, it might be difficult because I don't know if you're watching this on a phone or whatnot, but there's 5 points evenly spread out around the map. So there's 2 spawn points. You know, each team has their base that they spawn out of. And you don't actually do anything to the base. It's not the point of this game mode. What the point of this game mode is to capture minimum 3 out of those 5 points. And when your team, getting really ahead of myself here, when your team captures 3 of the 5 points, then it starts ticking away at their total life. Now, if you see, our total life is at 457, 56, etc., and theirs is at 494. And their clock is not ticking down because they have more points than we do. You have to have more points than the opposing team. So if we have like 1 and they've got 4, it ticks down faster. But if we each have 2 and one of the points has not been declared, it's just been nerfed, nullified, not captured, then the opposing team, nobody gets any points and nothing goes down. Now, the strategy in this game is not to get too ahead of yourself, not to start capturing all the points. The whole point is just to capture 3 and hold 3. And if their team is unable to beat you, then they're going to have to try and change up their strategy, meaning like go for points that you might not be defending, like the middle one in between the 3. Now, the points that you're capturing act as if they are turrets. So when your team has captured that point and is under your control, it acts as a turret. Now it fires at minions and it fires at enemy champions or whatnot. So we're on the blue team, but we have not captured it yet. Once it has completed the full cycle, then it will act as a turret and would defend me. But because there's 2 of them and I'm like already half life, I can't really do anything. I'm basically just trying to get out, and my teammate is trying to save me. I went in for an additional attack just to do some extra damage to help him take him out, and which he did. So I got the assist on that, and that was great. And I went back to my point that we've captured and used it as defense. Now what you saw me pick up there is a health pot. Now there's health pots in the 3v3 game mode, and there's health in this game mode, and there's also health in another game mode called RAM. I think it's called RAM. Can't remember. But either way, so what it does is it restores a certain percentage of your life. Now, you're really good at taking on team battles underneath the turret, and you can just defend them. You know, they're not going to be able to do any damage to you. The main strategy of playing Dominion is what happens is you have one person going bottom, and the rest of your team, either at least 3 of them at the top one, trying to protect it, because that's the whole goal, because it's the longest distance for each team to get to. So if you can hold that point, it takes your team, the enemy team, after you've killed them, a lot longer to get to that point than it does to get to a closer one. Pretty obvious. Now, if you're seeing right here, I'm taking hits from the turret because I attacked the point, so I'm taking hits from the point because I attacked them underneath it. So it's going to automatically target me and start shooting me. Now, you're noticing minions coming out. Now, minions don't just come out of your base. What they do is they come out of the points. So if your team captures the points, the minions will come out of those points, and they'll be your minions or the opposing minions, depending on who's actually captured the point. Now, we neutralized the point, so that way we can fight under it. And we don't have to worry about any repercussions of that. And so yeah, I was basically just trying to finish them off while my team captures it. Now, how you capture it is it's really good to use minions to what they do is they go up to it and they start attacking it right away. If your minions are there and nobody else is defending it, it's just the minions themselves will actually capture the point. The turret will take little pot shots at them, but once the minions start capturing it, then it's going to continue to capture it. And in Dominion, if you are on a kill streak like I am here, I basically have kind of like a bounty on my head, and I'm pretty sure I got 3 kills in a row here, 3 or 4 in a row. So I have kind of like a little bounty on my head, and that's why I have that little red, the red around me. I'm not quite sure at this present time if there's any buff, if I'm getting an additional buff, whether it's like health regeneration or whatnot. But so that's that. All right, I'm just basically trying to give you a few things. There is at some point I do capture it, and what it is it's an armor. It's in the middle of the base, in the middle of the map. There's 2. I'll try and mention it again when it actually occurs, but there is 2 little points to capture in the middle of the base, in the middle of the map. And one is for your team and one is for the opposing team. You cannot capture the opposing team once. You can't not destroy it. You can't do anything to it. All you can do is just capture your own. And you go up to it and you target it just like you would target the capturing these points. Now, how you target capturing these points is just get within range and you right click on it, and your minion or your character, it takes a second, but what he does is he charges up and then he starts capturing it, and these little don't cross the streams rays start transferring energy from you to it, just like he's doing right there. And I kill these 2 minions, and then I start helping him finish it. So obviously 2 people capturing it will help capture it faster. And now we own it, so our minions are spawning out of the little hut that's behind there. I went in there to help my teammate, which was kind of stupid because they are they had a lot more health than I did. So that's it right there. And originally when I actually thought that I gave it to everybody on the team. However, I was wrong. And what it does is it gives it to just the person who captures it. And what it is it's an armor. It gives them an additional shield, which is pretty good, especially if you're going to go into a 5v5 battle. It's really good to have that armor. Let me think about any pointers. For this game mode, as far as I'm aware, just sticking with your regular build with your champion is really good. But your build always depends on the enemy champions that you're playing against. If you're playing against a lot of enemy champions that do physical damage, then obviously, yeah, you're going to want to build armor. If you're playing against champions that are, deal a lot of magic damage, then you're going to want to, build magic resist. So that's like kind of, you know, that's just like the basics of the game. What else can I teach you guys about this game, or inform you of what I know? The reason why I'm showing you this gameplay, I don't really want to give you a spoiler alert, but I'm trying to inform you of how quickly things can change. We actually start doing really well. We're a little bit ahead right now. We're almost 100 points ahead right now, but we get like to the point where we're at about 150 points to 200 points ahead, and we start getting out of position. Meaning, out of position means basically where one person is either too far ahead and is at risk of getting like double teamed or triple teamed. That's considered being out of position. And there's situations in this game where we're getting out of position and we're getting overrun by they're sticking together as a group and we are not. We're splitting up too much. And because there's 5 points to capture instead of just being like 3 lanes like regular 5v5, it's a lot more difficult and a lot easier to get caught and get triple teamed. Now, there's certain things you can't buy in this game mode that you can buy in a regular 5v5. Now, I don't think you can buy any sight wards or vision wards. Now, if you haven't like seen any games, or if I haven't mentioned them before, vision wards and sight wards, what they do is you place them down and they have a 3-minute cycle, a 3-minute lifespan. And what they do is they allow you to see in areas that you're not normally able to see. So you can usually, what you do is you can usually put them inside bushes, and then you can see in the bush and the distance radius that it allows you to see outside the bush as well. But if you put it outside the bush, you can't see in the bush. That's what vision wards and sight wards do. Sight wards themselves just allow you to see where your team cannot see. So the black areas in the middle of the map, you'd be able to put it there and make it so that you could see them, that area. So if an enemy champion walks by, you can see them. However, unless they're in cloak, if they have some sort of cloaking mechanism where they can make it so that you can't see them or whatnot, then you know that doesn't allow them. But a vision ward actually allows you to see anything that's invisible, it allows you to see that part of the map just like normal, but allows you to see other sight wards, because when you put down a sight ward, it stays up for I think 1 full second and then it disappears, so the enemy team can't see it. So they know you've put it down if they have vision on where you are when you're placing it. So they know you're putting it down, but they don't know how long. Well, unless they're time stamping how long it's been up. So they have a 3-minute lifespan. So this is where we got a really good lead. We have almost 150 lead, and it's gaining, but we're getting split up too much, and they're getting more kills on us than we are on them. We're not basically playing just guarding the 3 points. My bottom team was advancing, and the top team was advancing too much, and they got a couple of kills on us, and then they're going to start defending pretty good. We get them back, but we get to the point where it looks like it's game over. I remember actually calling it, this is game over. Because originally in the game, I thought if you captured 1 point, it would tick away from their life, their team's total. And I was wrong. You have to capture more than they capture for it to work. It's kind of like, it's actually the only thing. I was going to say it's like domination in Call of Duty, but it's not, because in domination you can capture 1 point and it will still tick away at their points, or at their team total. So in this game you have to capture more than they do. If you can neutralize 2 of them and you guys own the other 2 and they own the other one, then yes, you'll start ticking away. It'll be slow, but you'll start ticking away at their total. And in this game, it's a lot like regular 5v5. The main strategy is to kill the minions, and unless you can catch somebody out of position, like that person there was out of position, you want to kill the their minions, and allow your minions to progress and get closer to the turret, so it'll start taking shots at it, and it'll start neutralizing it themselves. Because fighting underneath it is almost like suicide, because the turret itself will kill you. Now at this moment we're taking it, and there's 4 of us, so we just neutralize it like super fast, and we capture it super fast. And so this is where we start getting a little bit more ahead, and we start getting out of position. What we should have been doing was, anybody who was low like myself, I start getting a little cocky because we're stomping them out, and I have a lot of kills, and there's a few times where I've got a bounty on my head, and I'm too low. I should have been gone. What I should have done is I should have teleported back to the base, gathered full health, upgraded my armor, and upgraded my my damage and all my abilities and everything, and then go back to the position and guarded the top. And we started roaming too much, and we started getting out of position, which is what our downfall was. We do end up losing this game, and I wanted to show you that for a reason, because I wanted to show you the fact that you could be stomping them out. We have them 253 to 81, 79, 77 at this moment. So we're destroying them by like a 4-to-1 difference, and they still come back and they beat us because we got out of position. We got too, I guess you could say, too arrogant, and myself included. And they started regathering control of the map, and they took it over. We still have a few minutes left. We still have about 8 minutes left. Any other things? So this is the armor that I was going to capture it, but they requested help top lane, so I started going top lane. The shocking thing is that they started advancing when they didn't need to, because they were ticking down at our clock, and we were not ticking down at theirs. What they should have done is just stayed at the post. We capture it one more time. We get them down to 23, which is like really soon. I'm pretty sure we actually start capturing it like right now. We get them down to 23, and they still managed to come back and beat us. It was ridiculous. 23, yeah. So we get them down to 23, and we basically have them at a 10-to-1 ratio, and they still beat us. So it was depressing. Any other options? What I'm about to walk through right here is a speed boost. What it does is it speeds you up, and for a short period of time, a matter of like 5 seconds. I have a timestamp on. Now, we were all in a voice chat called Mumble, or was it on Skype? I think it was Mumble. So you cannot see, there's not a lot of chat going on. There was chat at the beginning. My teammate called Marcus, he basically was just letting them know, hey, good luck to everybody. Let's all have a fun match. And so the rest of it, the only thing that's popping up on the left is the things that we're purchasing. Anything that has like meaning towards teammates and stuff. So this is where we're still coming close to the point where we're about to get them down to their lowest point, which was 23, I'm pretty sure. And they start making a really good comeback. They're making a comeback right now. Actually, they are capturing 3 points. So, recommendations for this game mode: capture just the 3 points. Don't get ahead. Don't try and capture them all. Me and 4 other friends of mine went into a game mode figuring what we would do is we would catch them off guard. We would travel in a group of 5, just run around the map capturing the 5 points. And we figured that they would split off and we would be able to kill them as we're running through the map and actually take them out. It was a bad idea, because basically what they did is they followed us, and they were capturing 4 points at a time, and we only had like 1 to 2 at a time. If we were lucky, we'd get 2. We ended up getting like stomped out. So don't ever try that strategy, because it does not work. I captured a lot of points and defended a lot of points. However, it was still not enough. Our team was just not. At the end of the game, we were not as organized as they were, and they were pushing as groups, and we were pushing kind of like in doubles, which isn't necessarily the best. You want to have 1 at the bottom and 3 at the top, and 1 guy roaming, able to help top, help bottom, or if they're trying to flank through the middle and capture the middle one. Because that's what I do at some point in this game. What I try and do is I try and throw them off by capturing a point that nobody on their team is near. There's a lot more fighting in this game mode. It's a lot more action-packed. Maybe I might try and get another game of this, but more of like a live comm, and see if I can get some game chat in and see if I can get it to work out. But at the moment, no. Maybe I'll play some later tonight with a buddy of mine. I'm supposed to be playing it a little bit. I wanted to give you guys this game because, one, it's Dominion, which you guys have not seen yet, unless you already play, and it is called RAM. The other game mode. There's 4 game modes. And the other game mode is called RAM, and I'm not going to really talk about it because I'm going to do my best to show you one. Sorry again for picking Wukong, but I really love that guy, and he's so amazing. Best champion in the game. And, yeah. I think I killed him. Pretty sure I do because he's easy to kill. And I wasted my ultimate on him, which I probably didn't need to. And then I start capturing the point. And yeah, so they're at their lowest, 23, and we still have 120, and they end up coming back. It's pretty ridiculous. And there's not much to say anymore. Any recommendations that I have? I think that because there's a lot more team fights, there's a lot more actual champion on champion fights early game. Like, it starts out at the beginning of the game, fight on fight, especially if you're going top lane. If you have if you're part of the 3 or the 4 that's going top lane, it's straight up fight. It's like aggression from the beginning. The minions don't even start coming out until a team captures that point. So it's just straight up aggression. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. If you guys like more aggressive types, more aggressive game modes, then you definitely need to play it and try it out. There's a few kill steals that I get during this game mode. I'm not going to deny the fact that I got them, but yeah. My teammate Marcus went back when he had more health than I did. I don't know why. I am unable to capture the point at this point because it is still in our possession, which I think is weird. It slowly regenerates itself, but I think you should be able to capture it back so it's fully charged, but you're not. So they can easily neutralize it and start capturing it themselves. I'm actually at this point I'm just going to capture a new point because I come to the point where I'm about to die from minions, but their enemy comes. Yeah, the second by the way, the second you capture it, there's something that you just saw. The second I captured, or not captured, but neutralized it, the minions themselves started attacking it and trying to flip it to their side. And because those minions that were there were purple, the opposing team, they started triggering it towards them, not us. So and yeah, so this is the end of the game's coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. I did have some ums and ahs, and some thought process where I didn't have much to talk about, but that's because it's a 25-minute gameplay. And yeah, I'm gonna try and give you guys more live comms. I'm trying to set it up better. So this is the end of the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Lex Coupe saying, rate, comment, subscribe. Do what you do, skadoosh.